Okay, so really quick, we're going to try to look at some simple interest problems. First question that we're going to answer involves the story of Gabriel. Gabriel deposited $600 in a new savings account. For 5 years, that earns 2.5% simple interest. How much interest will Gabriel earn? Well, first, let's ask ourselves, what is the question actually asking for? It wants to know how much interest he will earn. Okay, so we actually have a formula for that. The formula, interest is equal to the principal, how much you start with, times the rate, times time. And this is for simple interest, and in this case the principal is how much money he started with. So Gabriel starts with $600. The principal is $600. He's going to leave that money in his account for 5 years. So that's the time. And it's going to earn 2.5% simple interest. So the interest rate is going to be equal to 2.5%. But as we've said before, we can't multiply by a percent. We need to convert this to a decimal first. So from going from a percent to a decimal, what you do is you find your decimal point and you make it hop 2 spaces to the left. So the rate is going to be 0.025. Now this interest, to find it, all we have to do is plug in our numbers. Interest equals the principal, $600, times the rate, which is 0.025, times the time, 5 years. Go ahead, pause the video here, see if you can figure out how much he's going to have in interest. Ready? Okay. You run this through the calculator. 600 times 0.025 times 5, this is going to equal $75. Now let's try something a little bit different. It says Eliana deposits $2,000 with a simple interest at 6% for 2 years. What will her account balance be after 2 years? Well, it wants to know what her total balance is going to be. In other words, how much total money will she have? Now our formula, I equals PRT, only gives us the interest. Our final answer, the account balance, I'll just say B for balance, is going to be whatever you originally put into the bank, the principal, plus however much interest you earned, I. So let's figure out what we have. She's starting with a principal of $2,000. Then she's earning 6% interest. The interest rate equals 6%. And remember, we have to convert that to a decimal. Hop, hop. So it's going to be 0.06. And she's going to leave that money in her bank account for 2 years. So time is 2. So let's work this out. How much interest will she make? Well, it's going to be the principal times the rate times time. Put that in the calculator, see what you get. Okay, so you should get an interest payment, of $240. But we're not done yet, because that only gives us the interest, and we want the total account balance. So to find that, we take that and plug it in to find our balance. We want the original interest, we want the original principal, $2,000, plus the amount of interest that she made. So how much total money will she have? In the end, she's going to have $2,240. Hope that helps.